Hello viewers, welcome back to our third tutorial of Core Java. In the previous video we have seen some basic OOPS concepts, data types, operators, variable. Now in this video we are going in detail of objects and classes. Topics to be covered in this video are objects, classes, constructor and access modifier. The first one is object. Now how to create an object and their usage. The first one, what is an object? I have explained the object in the previous video, that an entity that has state and behavior is known as an object. For example, chair, pen, table, etc. They all are the objects. Now there are three steps for creating an object. For instantiating an object, the first one is declaration. Declaration means a variable declaration with the variable name with an object type. Second one is instantiation. The new keyword is used to create object. The new keyword is used here for dynamically memory allocation. The next one is initialization. The new keyword is followed by a call to a constructor. This call initializes the new object. There are three ways to initialize object as shown in a program. We have a class is a keyword, then there is a class name, then there are data members and member functions, and I have defined an object. That object name is defined in this is a global object name. The next one is the class name, then object name is equal to new and the class name. The new, I have explained that used for dynamically memory allocation, and for instantiating an object we have used new. Then we selected the second line to the class name, object name, then class name is equal to new class name. Now what is the classes? As already explained to you, a classes is a blueprint from which individual objects are created, a collection of objects. For example, there is a class of mammal and it has the three objects, dogs, humans and whales. They have three objects. Now I explain through program what we have in the classes. The class is keyword and the name of the class name, and it has a data members and member function. By default it has a private access specifier. I will explain what access specifier in this video. Now the constructor. Constructor are used to initialize an object. It has the same name as that of the class name. Each and every class has a constructor. If class does not have a constructor, compiler by default generate the constructor. There are two types of constructors, as you can see from the diagram. Default constructor, parameterized constructor. Default constructor is a constructor that have no parameter is known as default constructor, and the parameterized constructor means a constructor that have a parameters is known as parameterized constructor. The information that if there is no constructor in a class, a compiler automatically creates a default constructor. Now the program, how to write a default constructor and a parameterized constructor in a classes. I have said that a constructor has the same name as that of the class. The class name has a and the constructor also has a name a. It does not have any data type. We have seen that it has not any data type, int, char. Next is the public. Public is access specifier, and public a is the default constructor. The first one is the default constructor as it does not have any argument, any parameters. The next one is the public a, and it has some parameters. Parameters can be of int a, int char b, any parameters. The next is access modifier. The access modifier also called as access specifiers. They are those which specify accessibility or scope of a data member, method, constructor or a class. There are four types of Java access modifiers. The first one is private. Private means that by default a class has a private access specifier, and in private if we have declared any method, any variable as a private, they can be used within class itself. Whereas in a public, it is available to each and every class. If you declared any method or classes, any class as a public, so it can be available to any other class. Next is the protected. Protected is a combination of both the public and private, and it is used in the concept of inheritance. We will explain to you that what is inheritance in future videos. The next one is default. Default access modifier means we do not explicitly declare an access modifier for a class, field, method, etc. Now we will see a program to illustrate all this concept which we have learned in this video. There is a program that is a class. A class is a keyword. Then tutorial 3 is a name, the class name. We have used alphanumeric character, tutorial 3. The next one is the public. Public is the public access specifier. Here we have scope, that we have some public, it is available to each and every member of the class. Then int is a data type and integer data type, and x is equal to 5. We are initiating as an x initiating as a 5. The next one is public tutorial 3. It is the default constructor. Tutorial 3 is name as same as of the class, and we have declared as access specifier as a public. The next we are printing this line. The next one is the parameterized constructor. The parameterized constructor, we have passed the two parameters here, then int a and int b, integer a and integer b. Now we are printing the first line, printing the line that it is a parameterized constructor, and in the another line we are printing the sum of a and plus b, which we pass through the object. The next one is the displaying. We are displaying, there is function, the public function. We have used the void display because we are not returning any value, we are only printing the value of x. That's why we are used void here. The next one, as we know, that is all the execution starts from the main, so the function should, the class should have a main method, program should have a main. Now we are declaring an object, inserting an object. The tutorial 3, then the name of the object is equal to new, because memory allocation, and needing a memory allocation we use new, dynamically memory allocation. Then tutorial 3. For constructor, calling the constructor. Now it is used for the default constructor. The first one is used for the default constructor as it does not have any arguments. The next one is for the parameterized constructor. Here it is same as the above default constructor, initializing an object, but we are passing the values, the 3 or 5, to the parameterized constructor. Now in the last we are using the object.display. Object.display is used for, because we have declared, I have explained you access specifier. If we declare any access specifier as a public, it can be accessed by any member of the class. That's why we are using by an object, because in a private we cannot use the private members by object, but public can be used by an public method can be used by the object. Here I am showing you this program in CMD. By running in this program CMD, the first of all I will show the default constructor, and I have used the comment here. You can see there is a comment, is also called as a single comment. We have the two types of comments in Java, that is single and multiple comments. You can use both, but a single comment is used for a single line. For a multiple comment, you can have a multiple line. As multiple comment is presented like this. There is a slash, then star, then slash, then backslash. Next I will run this program. So first of all I will show you how the default constructor will give a value. Open the CMD and you will have to go to the directory, change the directory. Now I will compile the program Java C and the name of the file where I have stored .java. After compiling it, I will execute the code Java, then the name, the file. Here I got this is the default constructor, and x is equals to 5. Now I will remove this comment for the second, and I will show how the parameterized constructor will give an output. After saving the file in Notepad, I will again run the program by using Java C and the name of the .java, then executing it, and I got the output. This is the parameterized constructor, and sum is equals to 8 and x is equals to 5. As now this is passing the argument to the parameterized constructor. Summary. In this video we have discussed about objects and classes in Java. We have also seen constructors, default constructor and parameterized constructor. We have also learned about access modifiers. At last we have seen the program which explains about all the concepts. For any queries, comment below. See you in next tutorial video. Hope you like it.